Hi everyone! It is officially June, which means it is wedding season. And I have exciting news for all of you, and it's that I am getting married in 37 days. I'll no longer be Dr. Armstrong, I'll be Dr. Dobby in a few weeks. And I'm super excited, but I'm also very stressed out because a lot of brides want to look perfect the day of their wedding, right? They want to lose weight, they want to have their hair done perfectly, they get their nails done, and one of the biggest stresses is having flawless and beautiful skin the day of the wedding. And we've all had that nightmare, I'm sure, if you're a bride to be, of having a breakout the day of your wedding, or your wrinkles showing and things like that in pictures. So I've decided that for the next 37 days leading up to the wedding, I'm going to come at you with all of my skin tips for beautiful, flawless wedding skin. This applies to everyone. You don't have to be a bride to follow the tips. But given the situation and given how timely this is for me, I'm applying it to my brides specifically. And the first tip that I want to share with you is about facial acupuncture. I'm going to give you lots of diet tips, lots of tips on how to get more water in, different supplements that are really helpful, and a whole bunch of stuff. But facial acupuncture is one of the things that takes a little bit longer to do. It takes up to 12 treatments, so that can be up to 12 weeks. So I'll tell you a bit about the facial acupuncture, but please check out my website and my blog to learn the nitty-gritty details of it all and how it applies to you. So basically what facial acupuncture is it is a skin tightening, a skin lifting, a wrinkle reducing, a hormone balancing, and a hydration balancing acupuncture treatment that's done to the face. There's needles that go in the face and through the body. It's incredibly painless actually, and it's actually very, very relaxing and spa-like to have done. And so it's a nice way to pamper yourself, especially if you're a bride and your wedding's coming up this summer. You know that you need to have a little bit of you time to relax before the big day for sure. And so what the facial acupuncture does is it helps to, first of all, with fine lines and with wrinkles. Wrinkles have a lot to do with hydration of the skin, and we're definitely going to talk about that as the days go on. But they're also caused by little bits of tension in those tiny, tiny muscles of the face, right? The ones we use to express and to smile. And that's why we have wrinkles come up around the places that we use the most, right? We have them come up around our around our mouth where our smile lines are. We have crow's feet that come up. We have frown lines that come up, and we have those forehead wrinkles that we have because those are the muscles we use for expression or for squinting or for reading on the computer if you're not wearing your glasses and things like that. So what the acupuncture needle does is it goes right into the skin, into that muscle, and it releases the tension in there because you're constantly using them. So it releases that little bit of tension, and what it does is it smooths out that muscle back to how it was way long ago before you had wrinkles. It's similar to your shoulders, right? If you're sitting with your shoulders hunched up and really tight all day long, if you're able to release that tension in your muscle through massage or through chiropractics or just some stretching, those muscles just relax and calm down. The same thing happens to your crow's feet, your smile lines, your frown lines. It helps to soften that muscle and relax it. It's very similar to how Botox works actually, because Botox goes in and paralyzes that muscle so that that muscle never scrunches up anymore and it's very smoothed out. The acupuncture is a lot more gentle, but it's extremely effective at smoothing out those little muscle tension in the skin. The other thing that happens with the facial acupuncture is it causes a little tiny, tiny micro trauma. Not a trauma that you see at all, but it causes a little micro trauma and it brings circulation to the area. So that's why you have that glow after having the acupuncture, is because it brings circulation to the area, and by doing that it also brings immune cells. And one of those immune cells that it brings is called fibroblasts. And fibroblasts produce collagen. So if you have a little tiny micro trauma and you're loosening up that muscle and you're inserting collagen right into the area that you want to be lifted and toned. And so it's amazingly effective at doing this. The other thing that it does is it helps people who have puffiness. So if you have puffy under eye, if you have more of those kind of jowls, or if you have that double chin, some of it has to do with weight, but a lot of it just has to do with pooling of fluids and of lymph. And so it helps to bring circulation and remove that waste and that buildup of fluids from the face, and it can make everything a little bit smoother, a little bit less puffy, less sagging, and less double chin. for sure. So it does take quite a few treatments to do. It takes up to 6 for younger skin, and it takes up to 12 for older skin. Usually you see an immediate benefit the day you have the acupuncture, and you start to see lasting results around 4 or 5 treatments. I always recommend to start with 6, and then if we need to, we'll go up from there. It's usually covered under your naturopathic benefits, so it's amazing because usually our spa treatments and our cosmetic treatments are not. And so the reason it's covered is because it's for your health, right? It's for bringing immune cells to the skin. It's for bringing circulation to the skin. It's for reducing muscle tension, much like how your massage benefits are covered under your extended healthcare benefits. The other thing that it does is it helps to balance out the hydration, especially if you have acne, right? Or if you have that kind of oily T-zone or oily jawline where you tend to get breakouts in different areas or along the nose with blackheads. It helps to balance out the oil production in the skin to help balance out the hormones and reduce acne for sure. So definitely check out my website, definitely check out my blog, book in to see if it's a good treatment for you. It's very safe, it's very effective. The only times that you can't have it done are if you have certain chronic conditions that we can talk about, or if you're pregnant, of course, it's not something good to do. But it's something that I should tell all of my brides to be doing. Start at least 6 weeks before your wedding so that we can get things looking perfectly firm and flawless and balanced and reduce all that swelling in the face so that you look perfect the day of your wedding. I'll be posting my results for you, so stay tuned.